rock and roll is a huge subject. I mean, just there's so much about it. There's so many subgenres in the genre. There's hard rock, classic rock, heavy metal is rock and roll, thrash metal, stuff like that. Those are all huge genres or subgenres in this one genre, which is crazy. Because there's been a lot of other uh, music that's been put out that just hasn't stayed at all, and rock and roll has always been with us. Today I'll be talking about rock and roll and its influence on the world, its influence on me, and then just why I don't think it's ever going to go away. So let's start where it all started, the beginning. In the 1950s with Elvis Presley, major influence on a lot of people. He took music that was going on then and kind of pushed it to the side and did his own thing with it. He was heavily influenced by a lot of blues artists, and someone he influenced. I don't know if you know him. The Beatles, one of the biggest influencing band in the world still to this day. They've done so much. They have so many great ideas, so many that they've just expressed through the years, and it's crazy. And it's really cool because Elvis was like the birth giver of rock, and then the Beatles were like, oh, that sounds awesome. Let's do our own thing with it. So they did that, and then the Beatles just influenced everyone. I mean, there wouldn't be so many people without the Beatles. Metallica, funny enough. Metallica was influenced by Motorhead. They kind of started heavy metal. Them and Black Sabbath. And Motorhead's influence were the Beatles, which is really funny because it's like you go from like this lovey-dovey band to like this dude yelling at the top of his lungs to Metallica yelling about death, which is really funny. Another influence is let's see, like Led Zeppelin. Jimmy Page, the guitarist for Led Zeppelin, hugely influenced by the Beatles, and a lot of other blues artists because Jimmy Page did a lot of blues rock. Speaking of Jimmy Page, my biggest influence would have to be Jimi Hendrix, but also Jimmy Page. A lot of Jimmy Page. I love Led Zeppelin. I love Jimi Hendrix. My item is my guitar. It wasn't my first guitar, but it was like my first like good guitar. It's a little funky right now because the frets are a little weird. There's something going on. Yeah, I mean, there's just been so much done that's influenced me. Like Purple Haze by Jimi Hendrix. I love that song. You go back to Jimmy Page and then Black Dog. There is the Heartbreaker solo, which I was going to play, but that's like way too long for the video. So that's a rip. But yeah, here's this. Really good guitar, really smooth. And just rock and roll in general. I just don't think it's ever going to go away. Just because it's been around for so long. And even genres of rock and roll that were in the past that have disappeared. I mean, there's so many subgenres that are coming up now that are just taking place of the old ones. And it's just going to keep moving forward. I mean, that's just how it goes. I mean, most songs nowadays have guitar, but it's just like a backtracking melody. It's not the main focus, but it's still there. And that goes into guitar in general. I mean, I don't think the guitar will ever go away. I think it'll keep expanding in how it goes. Same with rock and roll, but it won't disappear, I don't think. But yeah, rock and roll itself will probably never go away and will always, I think, have the biggest influence on music in general. So, yeah.